PB athletes, so we're going to go over proper squatting form. This is going to be one of a 2 or 3 part series. I haven't decided if it's going to be 2 or 3 yet. You'll see in the other videos. We're going to go over just the empty weight, so no bar, no additional weights, just the body weight squat. We're going to go over some of the form and function that's critical to making sure you're getting the most out of your exercise, but that you're not hurting yourself. A lot of knee injuries originate in poor squat form. So again, whether you're CrossFit or boot camp, this is going to apply to you, and try to apply these tips and techniques as soon as you can, and it's going to improve the way you squat, and it'll take away some of that knee pain if you've got it. So everything starts from the ground up. When we talk about cueing and getting started with proper setup, it always has to start at the feet. So I'm going to have Jen take her normal shoulder width position, and when we talk about shoulder width, the ankle should come up just about under the armpits. It's where you naturally stand, not real wide, not super narrow. Now, to begin the squat itself, you want to pretend that you've got balance in the middle to the back of your foot. Almost rock backwards a little bit. And you're going to feel the toe get a little bit lighter, and then as you get towards the heel, more of your weight is centered back there. Now, once you are squared in the weight and you're applying force on your foot to where it should be, Jen's going to lead with putting her butt back first. So she's going to go backwards like she's sitting on a chair. She's going to allow the knees to come down, so the kneecap is over the second and third toe. Go ahead and drop down. Now, as she's sitting, she should still be able to wiggle her toes. You see here, so I can still put my hand under here, which means the weight is mid-foot to back, so about the top of your shoelaces to the heel. Now, she's centered, which puts the center of gravity right over her ankle. This is perfect. So when she stands all the way up, again, we always want to refer to full range of motion. The other big things here, if you've got limited range of motion because of flexibility issues, you might notice that you go down, your torso comes over your knees, and you don't hit the depth we're looking for. Let's see if we can do a bad squat. There you go. The hips are still super high. This can lead to back problems, which obviously we don't want that. So if you don't have the range of motion to go really deep, what we're going to suggest you do is come down, torso up as much as possible, and as soon as you start to collapse, don't go any deeper. That's going to keep you from getting lower back injuries, and we'll be able to properly gauge where your limitations are instead of folding over to where we can't read your t-shirt anymore. So I'm going to have Jen turn profile. Okay, now from what I'm seeing in my angle, Jenny's feet are shoulder width. Her kneecap is right over the second and third toe. The weight is in the middle to the back of her foot. She's going to initiate the squat, sit on her heels. She can wiggle her toes. Now you can see Jenny's got good mobility, so her hip is below the height of her knee. If I drew a line straight across, this is exactly the ideal position. The torso is good, there's no strain on the lower back, and this is where we want to be. Try to shoot for that every time you can. Now we're going to show you 1 or 2 dysfunctions that might help you avoid injury as moving forward. So have you face forward again. This time we're going to simulate, it's called knee valgus, where the knees slightly dip in as you go down. So go ahead and go down, and you'll see now that the patella bone right here, so your kneecap isn't over the second and third toe anymore. And as she goes down, as much as she can, the knees start to buckle, and as she stands back up, they will sometimes straighten out anyway. What we're looking at, the easiest fix, is that you've got dominant strength on the inside of your legs versus weaker strength on the outside. And what happens is as she goes down, the dominant part of the leg pulls in, and then she goes out. Try to be conscious when she goes down, and I'm going to have her knees start buckling in. Remember to spread the floor with your feet. So push out, keep pushing out, and you can look left and right on your feet and your knees and see if you're in alignment. Next time you go to the bottom of your squat, push it out. Weights in your heel, she's going to drive straight up, and that's going to finish the rep. So this is a massive fix, guys. If you're noticing that you've got a lot of that runner's pain, which usually originates below the kneecap, it's because when you squat, you're coming up on your toes, the heels slightly come off the ground, and your weight center of gravity is forward, which causes a lot of problems. So focus on your range of motion, foot position, kneecaps over the toes, keep your weight in your heels. Try going a little bit slower if this ends up being difficult. Slower, feel the movement, recognize where you are, and you'll start to get better and stronger. So I hope this helps, guys.